Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Real Talk. I'm your host, Pat Brock, and we are here at the home of the Fighting Irish here for their band camp, and we've got two amazing young men with us today who are directing it all. We're going to talk to Mr. Arthur Atkins. How's it going with you, sir?
Doing just fine.
This is year 2, right?
Year 2.
So if you could talk about where you started and where you are now with the band, where would you say you are?
Well, starting out with the band, I just wanted to make sure I built a rapport with the students. That was the top thing. Now, after everybody's pretty much familiar with how we do things now, the next direction is developing leadership and developing a class act band with class everywhere we go.
Absolutely. And, Mr. Atkins, coming here last year, and, everybody was anticipating, to see the work that you were going to do. And, of course, you've definitely proven yourself. How much transition have you had?
It wasn't too bad with transition, but it was a new environment. I had to learn the politics of the community and how everything worked. And once I got the gist of how the system works, it was pretty much smooth transition from that point on.
All right. Speaking of transition and newness, we've got a newbie over here. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Why don't you introduce yourself to everybody and tell us about a little bit of your background, okay?
Well, my name is Gerard Perry. I am a graduate of Dublin High School 2012, where I marched all 4 years. Matriculated to college at Savannah State University, where I also marched 2 years as on the trombone and 1 year as head section leader. I'm a head drum major at Savannah State University. I guess I recently graduated 2016, May 2016 from Savannah State University. I performed in the movie Drumline 2, and I want to bring that swagger and that flavor, that new flavor to Dublin High School. So I'm excited about this year.
Well, that is so exciting. You have done so many great things, and you're right. Both of you graduated from HBCU, correct?
Not actually. I went to Valdosta State.
You were Valdosta State. That's right. It's a great institution. And so here you are. You've already performed in a movie. You've done a lot of leadership roles in college, and here you are, fresh off the truck. And so you're going to direct the middle school as well as assisting him?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so what kind of flavor? You're talking about this flavor you're going to bring. It's a little different, now coming in to teach at this level. What do you think that you need to do first? As soon as they come in, what is the first thing you feel you need to do?
Especially with middle school, you have to grab their attention fast.
Yeah.
Because, the younger they are, the slower their attention span is. You got to catch it, and you have to keep it. So, as we know, Savannah State name holds a lot of weight in Dublin.
Yes.
So with the parade, with them showing out every parade, I'm going to bring my Savannah State to the school. First day of school, have a table set up, with my whole uniform, cape, hat. That's going to draw the students right there, right fast. So my goal is to build the middle school back up because the high school cannot survive without the middle school. So my goal is to have at least 50, 60 every grade. And with the middle school being 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, that's going to be a huge recruiting tool for me this year.
Absolutely it is. And it's so good and important to start them off young like that. And so tell us about how you two are going to work together and the things specifically that you're going to have him working on.
Well, I think I'm just fortunate that me and him instantly got on the same page. I actually met him in September. Came to visit us at a game at home and came to see what shape Dublin was in, and not knowing that he was getting ready to graduate. And things happened. By the end of the year, he ended up here, and we had a long talk about the direction of the program, and we didn't have to really talk too much about how we wanted to do it because his thoughts were my thoughts. And so we just connected instantly like that.
And, that's a blessing to be able to connect like that, to bring your different teaching styles into the arena. Now, the kids have had they've had a long break.
Yeah.
And, we've been talking with some of the other band directors where sometimes they start off a little bit rusty, if they haven't taken the opportunity to practice and to kind of perfect their craft during the summer. And so have you had to work out a lot of kinks during this summer camp?
Oh, yeah, we do. Actually, I started camp with the drum line first, third week of June, then brought the leadership in individually to go ahead and have a head start on everything. So when camp started, they already knew what their roles were going to be. And then after that, finishing up July with band camp. And to get them off the rust that they've been on the whole summer, we immediately hit the ground running. And when I say that, that's literally what we do. We start working out, getting the bodies back in shape, getting the mentality back in shape, and getting them ready for the new school year.
You're absolutely right. And with these camps, the heat index is so high, and so you all have had some pretty long days.
Oh, yeah.
And so, do you tell us how the camp has gone in sense to that, and in making sure that the kids are getting what they need, and also being safe at the same time?
Well, we try to give as many water breaks as we can. But with the heat being this hot out here, you have to continue to give them water breaks at least every 10 minutes, give them about 5 minutes water break, and then we jumping back into it because, at the same time, we have a lot to get done. With this weather, we got to continually watch it. We stay monitoring the weather, the humidity, because it's not just, you can't just look at the temperature, you have to watch the humidity also.
Right.
So we have to keep the water breaks. If it's too hot, we don't go outside. We keep the kids at our best interest. We want to keep everybody safe but have fun at the same time.
Absolutely. And just having the opportunity to meet the different kids and the directors at the different schools, and you're talking about we as a people, we see the finished product.
Right.
We don't really know what all goes into making the Fighting Irish Band look and sound the way that they do. Now, do you find during the summer yourselves as instructors, as directors, that you're doing a lot of research and different things to kind of find a theme and what you want to work on and what you want to see differently and different things like that?
Yeah, actually, after at the end of the first semester last year, I got a lot of feedback from our competition we went to at Music Festival, and just tried to reevaluate some things to make sure that the upcoming year will be a better year. And I sat down and I studied video footage of all different types of bands. I got feedback from former colleagues that went to school with me, how they're running their programs. And over Christmas break, I got back to the blueprinting, mapped out the whole show, asked the leaders what they wanted for a show, asked the students what they wanted. We all voted on Michael Jackson. So that's going to be something to look forward for this year. And with that show, the intensity level, because with Michael Jackson's music, you don't want to go out there half-stepping with the classics. And so you got to make sure that you stay up to par with the type of music that we're playing. So it's a lot to look forward to, and I'm just ready and excited to show it out.
All right, very good. So a Michael Jackson theme. Oh, that's going to be exciting. Yeah. What about you, sir? Have you come up with a theme for the middle school? Well, are you all performing together is what I need to know.
There are a few middle schools here.
Okay.
But as I do want to keep the middle school's identity at the same time.
Okay.
So for us, we are going to be performing at the middle school games. With Michael Jackson being in high school, I do want to compliment Michael Jackson by doing Janet Jackson at the middle school. So
I'm about to drop this mic and exit stage left. That's going to be, and the thing is, too, you all have to think about this, too, is this is like history for them. Right. For us, we grew up with this kind of music, and so Michael Jackson, Janet Jackson, that's going to be very intense. So what is it that you feel, coming from college and now coming to middle school, high school, that you're going to have to do differently?
My intensity level has to come down, but of course from HBCU, it's a little bit a little bit more different. It's more rigorous than the curriculum here. So I know that I'm gonna have to tone it down. But
just a little bit?
Not too much now. We're gonna keep the intensity. Like we had performance today, and the intensity was all there. I loved it. The enthusiasm with the kids is just high this year. I can see it's a major difference this year, and I'm excited. Like I said, that swagger and that flavor is going to come, and then I just can't wait for the season. I'm looking forward to it.
We're excited about it, too. All right, so we're going to get to talk with some of the different sections and the leaders. So how's your leadership team this time?
I handpicked leadership. I observed last year to make sure that I picked the right ones for the right position. Each leader that we have, there's no doubt that they can lead this band in their own role. And they're going to be leaders for the younger kids because they're probably the most talented group of leaders, being the most talented graduating class that we have. And so I really press them harder to make sure that they stay on top of the younger kids. So when they leave, it's a smooth transition for the new leaders. Absolutely.
Very good. So we're going to talk to them in a little bit. And we're so thankful, Mr. Atkins, for what you're doing and what you're bringing to Dublin High School. And we're glad to have you back, Mr. Perry. Yes, to give that extra swagger? Is that what you call it? Very good. Well, listen, we know you're going to do great things with the middle school and also assisting Mr. Atkins. These are the directors, ladies and gentlemen, of the Fighting Irish Band.
This relationship just isn't going to work. We have nothing in common. We're from two separate worlds. You're Mars, I'm Venus.
Hey, I'll convert, I promise.
What if we have kids and our families come to visit? It would be so awkward.
My parents already changed.
Oh, they did?
They made the change months ago, converting from electric to natural gas.
This changes everything. We need to pick a place and a date. Oh, and I need to find a dress. And of course, we'll have to get rid of that electric stove.
Clean, abundant, affordable.
Brought to you by the City of Dublin.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we've got the senior woodwinds here with us. Hi, ladies. Hi. Hi. All right. You know, you girls, we know that y'all are so tired. You've been working so hard these past few weeks here at the band camp. So, listen, let's just talk a little bit about that and just see how your summer's been going. We'll start with you, young lady.
Hi.
Hi. Go right ahead. I'll hold this.
Okay.
You go ahead.
My name is Ebony Hardy, and I play the flute.
How's your summer been, Ebony?
It's stressful.
What's been stressful about your summer? Have you been able to relax at all? No?
Not at all.
Have you been practicing your flute? So these past 2 weeks, you've been a little bit on the rusty side, right? Well, listen, so are you one of the section leaders here?
No, ma'am.
So you're a senior. So you all are all representing the seniors, correct? Yes, ma'am. All right, well, Lord have mercy. Has this camp been stressful for you?
More tiring than stressful. There's like a lot of pain and exercises.
Because you've got to be ready, because you know when we look at you all, like we were saying, we just see the finished product. So you guys have got to get into shape. You got to get your that adrenaline pumping. You've got to be fit enough to handle it, right? Okay, you working on it?
Yes.
We're gonna let Ebony rest. Hey, darling, your turn. Talk to us a little bit.
My name is Tatiana Mitchell, and I am a band captain.
You are a band captain. So when you say band captain, what does that mean? What does that entail?
Band captains, basically, we oversee the entire band and the activities, and we help in any way that we possibly can.
And how long have you been playing?
Since 5th grade.
Since the 5th grade. And so you girls, you all are representing seniors, but there's a lot of young ones come in. A lot of young ones. All right, we're gonna go up. We're gonna move up a little bit. I'll hold this.
Okay. I'm Cassie Overaya. I play the clarinet.
Hey, Cassie, nice to see you. Now, Cassie, have you been, she's already confessed that she did not prepare herself. Did you prepare yourself?
I played like one time.
Well, one time. Here we go, honey. So you guys are hitting the ground running, and it's very important that these camps, that you do these camps, that you do kind of get yourself back together, because you got to get you guys are playing wind instruments, correct? You can't be giving out, can you? All right, talk to us.
My name is Latoya Plummer, and I also play the clarinet.
The clarinet. Now, do you girls play any other instruments besides the clarinet and the flute? This is it, right?
Yeah.
How long have you been playing?
Since the 5th grade.
Since the 5th grade. You girls have been at it for a while, haven't you? All right, I'm going to shift a little bit here. Hey, darling, talk to us.
Hi, I'm Shelby Lynn Snipes. I play the flute.
Now, Shelby Lynn, these girls here, they said that, they had a few times that they played. Have you been playing throughout the summer?
No, ma'am.
What you been doing all summer?
Schoolwork.
Summer schoolwork. Oh, my gosh. Now, do you feel a sense of relief now?
No.
Still none. Well, that's how it is, especially with senior year. I'm telling you, the pressure is on for you all. People are going to be looking at you, so they're going to have expectations of you being seniors. So you got to make sure that your work ethic is up to par. Hey, baby, your turn.
My name is Tyra Evans. I'm a clarinet section leader.
A section leader. Now, do you consider yourself a good leader?
Yes, ma'am.
And tell us about what your leadership style is, why you consider yourself a good leader to your peers.
I consider myself a good leader because I feel I get the job done well, and I can lead people in a good way.
And and it's not always an easy thing when you have to lead your peers. Y'all know that, right? Yes, ma'am. Okay, so you all are doing this 2-week camp. Has there been times where you have seen yourselves like, okay, I know I should have prepared myself better?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you attest to that? You say yes?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm telling you, and you've done this before, right? I mean, like, you've done this. You know the camp come every summer.
Oh,
Oh, yes, ma'am. About every day I came out here like, oh, Lord, help me.
We gotta get the water.
Yeah. But you know what, ladies? It's so important that the work that you're putting in now, that you're doing your best, that you're getting yourselves ready, because when you put those uniforms on, it's game on. Really, it's game on. And so there's a lot of people looking out, looking at you. There's a lot of young ones out here looking at you. You say you're a section leader, right? And so how is it for you when you see the little 8th graders or 9th graders? Do you kind of see yourself a little bit from where you started?
Yes, I see myself a lot from where I started. I was in their position at one time.
And now here you are, so it's a whole different thing. And, you know, just looking at these little 8th graders, you know, and we're like, wow. And they come in and they're doing exactly what you're doing. And so it's very important that you ladies do what you need to do to set that example, right?
Yes.
All right now. So these are the woodwinds. These girls, they have confessed. This has been like a confessional, you know, public though, so. Listen, we're proud of you girls. We're glad that you're doing what you're doing. We know it's not an easy thing, and we know that it takes all of this hard work, it takes the sweat, it takes the frustration to see you all perform so well out there on the field. All right? Ladies and gentlemen, these are the senior woodwind girls. Thank you, ladies. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we've got the drum line and the drum majors with us. How are you all? Good. You know everybody likes watching y'all. Everybody. All right, so talk to us a little bit about how your summer's been and tell us a little bit about this camp, okay? We'll start with you young ladies first.
Well, my summer.
What's your name?
I'm sorry. I'm LaSasha Outlaw, and I'm the drum line's co-captain, and I'm a junior.
You're the drumline co-captain. So what does that mean for you?
It means a lot, cause like this is my 2nd year in band, and like I never expect that I would be a co-captain so fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Congratulations to you. Now, have you been kind of preparing and doing things this summer to kind of get ready for the new season?
I have. I've been working on my drumming techniques and getting better sticking and stuff.
Okay, very good. How long have you been playing?
This is my 1st year doing snare drum. Last year I was on cymbals.
Cymbals. And you've been a musician for how long?
2 years.
2 years. Okay, so when you were younger, you weren't playing. So this is you 2 years ago starting off.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, very good. Congratulations on your new position. All right, young man, your turn.
My name is Isaiah Harmon, and this is my 1st year as drumline captain. And
What instrument do you play?
I play the snare drum.
The snare drums. Now, so you are the drumline captain, so you know that's a very important position. So what do you do to in that position to help the other ones? What do you do?
Really just oversee the drum line, making sure that they know their music, where they're going on the field, and just keeping them in check.
Keeping them in check. Now, it's not always a good thing, or sometimes it's difficult working with your peers to be a leader, even though you're equals, but to actually discipline and kind of give instruction. Do you do well with that?
I do. Sometimes you gotta push them to do that extra, get the extra effort, but
Because sometimes they want to half do it, don't, because they know you.
yes, ma'am. But it's just been like we growing closer. They're starting to get the hang of things, and they're starting to get used to how drumline does things.
Absolutely, very good. And we've got the drum majors standing at attention behind us. This little thing right here. Let me turn around. Come around here, darling. Hi, how are you?
Hi, I'm Haley.
Hi, Haley. Introduce yourself to everyone, please.
Well,
Let me hold that.
I'm sorry.
Keep that.
Well,
Go ahead.
I'm Haley. I'm an upcoming junior, and I'm his coach or major, side by side, best friends.
Now, have you always wanted to be a drum major?
No, not really, but I wanted to try something new. So, yeah.
And then you all have to audition or
Yes,
have
ma'am.
tryouts for that?
Yes, ma'am.
How was that process for you?
I was nervous, but I pushed through.
You pushed through. So there's going to be a lot of expectations on you, Haley. You can handle it?
Yes, ma'am. I'll push through.
All right, we're going to be watching you, young lady. We're going to watch you as you push through.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, all right. Hey, sir.
Hello, how are you?
Good, how are you? Talk to us.
I'm good. My name is Jordan Threet. I am the upcoming senior, and I'm the head drum major.
Oh, man. So let me tell you, Mr. Threet, because you are in the grade that you're in, because that you're in the position you're in, do you feel any sort of pressure?
Somewhat. Somewhat. I think I've adjusted to it now, so I think it should be a piece of cake by now.
Now, and you too. Now, when you're doing your thing, people are watching you. You have to be in sync. You have to be able to work very well together. You have to be able to gel from one another. What do you two do to make sure that that happens?
I watch him from my corner.
Your peripherals?
Yes, my peripheral vision. And we just, we vibe real good together. So.
And now, so I actually tried on a drum, the thing that goes over. I almost passed out. Because of the thing, people don't understand that when you all are marching, when you're doing your thing, that some of your instruments are very heavy. Your cadence has to be in line with everyone and everything. And so you have to have some strength. You have to have upper body strength. You have to have a good, good balance. Because I put that thing on, and I did this right here. I leaned with it. I did. And so how do you keep that strength and being in shape to be able to do these things?
Like Mr. Atkins said previously, we in the morning times we have our workouts with the push-ups and stuff to build up our upper body strength.
Absolutely. Absolutely. What about you, sir?
Basically what Sasha said, just those push-ups really do help. And even when you play, you have to get your forearms to get pushing, basically.
I would need a little bit more practice. I'm quite sure of it.
Yes, ma'am. Just practice.
But we love watching you all. We love just seeing the skill set that you all have. We love to see how the drum majors gel and how well you work and how professional you are.
Yes, ma'am.
You have your game face on. Do you know that?
Yes, ma'am.
Always you have your game face on?
Always.
Is that your game face right there?
Somewhat, not right now.
You got to work on that. But when it's time, your game face is on. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So talking to me right now, it takes a minute to get there.
Somewhat.
That's all right. Well, listen, thank you all so much for letting us talk with you. Thank you for all you're doing, the hard work that goes into making the Fighting Irish Band look good, and we're so proud of you. All right? This is the drum line and the drum majors, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm Marcus Clements with Clements & King Insurance. Are you a senior adult? We now offer dental and vision insurance for those over age 65. We have many options available with local providers. Call us today for a quote for your dental and vision insurance needs.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we've got the brass section leaders with us today, getting ready to speak with them. It's just been a wonderful day to be able to meet the young men and young women who represent the Fighting Irish Band and just to talk a little bit about the things they've been doing with band camp. All right, are you two ready?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we'll start ladies first.
My name is Helen Zellner, and I'm a senior, and I'm the section leader for the trumpet section.
For the trumpet section, congratulations to you. How long have you been playing the trumpet?
Since 4th grade.
Since the 4th grade. So this is like, because you've been playing so long and being a section leader, do you find that experience very helpful in helping the younger ones?
Mm-hmm.
And what things do you see differently? Like as a young one, when you first started off, what do you do differently now?
I'm not as afraid to play out and actually take different parts.
That's good. That's good right there. Very good. All right, sir, your turn.
All right, my name is Donovan Roberts, and I'm a senior, and I'm the trombone section leader.
The trombone section leader. Now, do you play other instruments besides the trombone?
Yes, ma'am. I can play tuba, French horn, and mellophone.
I don't even know what the last thing is that you just, the mellophone, tell us what that is.
The mellophone is kind of like a bigger version of the trumpet.
Oh, is it? Okay. Okay, very good. And you've been playing for how long?
About 6 years.
6 years. This is a wealth of experience you two are bringing as the sectional leaders. Do you see, what advice would you give to these younger ones? Like we've got 8th graders out here, 9th graders. What advice could you give to these younger ones just in preparing them for the big experience of being in the marching band?
Never be scared.
Never be scared. You know that's easier said than done, right?
Yes, ma'am. Like, I would advise them to, never be afraid to play out. Like, because, people play like how they feel. So, yeah, you have to be confident.
How long did it take for you to get that confidence?
Well, if you know me personally, it doesn't take that long.
I don't know you personally. But, you know, because it's true. She said that when she started off, she didn't have the confidence that she has now. And so that's understandable as section leaders, where you can actually definitely see that in the younger ones that you're working with, that, okay, they need a little bit more confidence in this area. So what is your style like for being a leader?
I don't want to be a mean person.
Are you a mean person?
Not really.
And it's true. Well, because a lot of times your leadership style is so important, because when you're working with other ones that your same age, you've got to know how to talk to people in order to get things done. And you're good with people?
Not really.
So this right here is definitely a test for you, and it's definitely great experience to help you to be a better leader, correct? Mm-hmm. All right. So tell us about how this camp has been for you guys.
Tough.
Tough.
Like hard work, way too much exercise.
But you know, that's good, because you're going to need that.
Yes, it does. It is, because you have to build your lungs and things like that. So yeah.
Absolutely, because the different, you all are doing the Michael Jackson theme.
Yes, ma'am.
You're going to have a lot of energy, and you're going to definitely have to play out, right?
Yes, ma'am.
How's this camp been for you, young lady?
It's been exhausting, but it's been fun, like it has every year.
Absolutely, because, you know, there's a lot of hard work that goes into it. And so you've got to do the hard work now. You've got to make the mistakes now, so that you can find out what those are and how you can improve, so that when you're out there on the field, all eyes are on you, and we're loving everything you do. All right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, it's been a pleasure meeting both of you.
Pleasure meeting you too.
Very good. This is the brass sectional sections. Very good. Nice to meet you both. All right, ladies and gentlemen, of course, we could not end this day without talking to the auxiliary members, and of course, their lovely sponsor, Ms. Daphne Howard. How are you, ladies? Good. Love that in unison. Very good. All right, Ms. Daphne, talk to us a little bit. Let's talk about what you all had going on this summer and along with this camp, okay?
Okay, I'm Daphne Howard, the Color Guard Dance majorette sponsor for this year. We had a second annual dance camp this year, and this year we had over 175 girls/young ladies.
OMG, how did that camp go? That's an amazing number.
Yes, it was awesome. It was awesome. We were tight in the band room and in here, but we made it work, and it was an awesome experience, and it was awesome turnout for the showcase as well.
Oh, the showcase, very good. Did you have these girls working with you as well?
Oh, yes. Yes, they lead it. I tell them what to do, and they lead the camp. It's their camp.
And so, you know, you had this camp with so many different girls. What age group were they?
Ages, we had 2 3-year-olds. So it's really ages 3 to 16.
Oh, that is wonderful, wonderful. And so here we are now. You're here you have your 2-week camp here. How's that been? What things have you been working on with the ladies?
Trying not to tan so much. But they've a lot of bodybuilding, they've worked exercise. It was tough last year, but it was a little tougher for them this year. But they made it. They did a good job.
And you know, and that's so important though, that you are tough, because you have to be, because when you operate like that, you want a spirit of excellence about yourself. And so you work hard and you play hard. So you guys have fun when you're out there.
And get great results.
Great results. Okay, let's talk to the girls a little bit. Hey, Sugar.
Hi.
Introduce yourself, please. Let's talk a little bit about you.
My name is Zipporah Charleston, and this is my 5th year working with Ms. Howard in the auxiliary.
What do you do?
I'm the captain of Color Guard.
The captain of Color Guard. How does that feel, being the captain of?
Starting from being just a runner with Ms. Depp my 8th grade year and coming up, just building in position, it feels really good.
And your experience, do you think your experience is going to help you be a good leader?
Yes, ma'am. I do. Coming from just being a rookie to being a vet to actually being a captain.
You know, I tried to do that. I attempted that at one school. Injured myself. Because I don't think people understand that there's an art to all of that. There's a skill that is required. And so the many hours that you all practice, you know, for me, I just tried it. You know what I'm saying? And so we really applaud you all for the work that you are doing. So thank you. All right, let's get behind us a little bit. Okay, who's first?
Hey, sweetie. Hey, my name is Linnea Mason. I'm a senior, and I am the Color Guard co-captain.
The co-captain. So you two work together to ensure that the girls are doing what they need to do.
Yes, ma'am.
And how much work do you put into it outside of this, just to kind of make sure that you're up to par?
Well, when I'm at home, I practice. I make sure I know what I'm doing so I can help the other people get where I'm at.
Absolutely, and that's so, so very important, and it's good that you do practice at home. All right, I'm going to turn just a little bit. Hey there, darling, come here. I don't want you to be hidden. Introduce yourself, please.
My name is Taisha Porter. I am a junior and I am dance line captain.
Dance line captain. So you were part of this, the camp she had. Yes, ma'am. How was that experience?
It was good working with girls that's younger than me, but you have to be firm, but sometimes you let go. Sometimes you don't want to be controlling.
How did you handle those little 3-year-olds?
I didn't work with them. We had other girls that worked with them, but when we brought them together, they did good.
Very good. All right, your turn, sweetie.
Hi, my name is Davisha Walker. I'm a senior and I'm the majorettes captain.
Majorettes captain. Now, how long have you been a majorette?
5 years, but 4 years for the high school.
Very impressive. You guys have a lot of experience under your belt with the work that you've been doing in your particular auxiliary. And as leaders, that's so important because you do have a lot of young girls coming in, don't you?
They have worked all summer. My girls have worked all summer.
All summer.
So
So
you had a break, maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks.
you a workhorse girl, aren't you? But you know what? The results are in, it shows that you work all summer, that you do a lot of work to prepare yourself. And so look here, what's been produced here.
I'm proud.
So how was this camp these past 2 weeks for you all?
Well, to color guard, I've like we been knew our routine. So like they mess up, I make them run. So I was just trying to
say make them run.
I try to get them ready for the camp so it won't be so much pressure on them. But coming with Mr. Perry, it was still a lot more that I didn't cover.
Okay, but you did a significant amount of things to prepare them. Okay, what about you, young lady? How was this camp for you?
Tiring, stressful, but it's been worth it.
And it's all worth it, ladies, because, I mean, we know it's tiring. We know it can be very stressful in the position you are in. The magnifying glass is on you, you know, because they're watching you. So we have very high expectations for you. What about you, darling?
It was hard, but in the end, it'll pay off. So
It absolutely is. What about you, babe?
Yeah, it was hard and exhausting, but hard work do pay off.
And that's why this woman right here, she doesn't stop. And you know, and Daphne, seriously though, did you take at least one break a week or 2 days?
We went on vacation for 4 days.
That's it, 4 days, and then you came right back. But you know, we always enjoy seeing you and seeing the girls, the way they dance, the way they perform in their different places. It's a beautiful thing, and we know that the leadership that you have, the skills that you have, it trickles down in the leadership that you have in these young ladies.
Appreciate it.
It really does. So, ladies, we're proud of you. So we'll be seeing you soon out there on the field, right? Yes, ma'am. All right. This is the auxiliary ladies and gentlemen of the Fighting Irish. Thank you all so much.
You're welcome.